Hey everyone, how's everyone going this week? So definitely needed a 5-day week back this week to catch up and provide my fractional sales leadership services to 5 days of several clients and give them the value that they deserve and that I can bring. So today I'm going to share a couple of this week's topics during my day in the life of a fractional sales leader, and that includes what I've been up to with my clients during my working days, with some examples, as well as my daily exercise routine. As much as it is it's a routine more than training for anything, shall we say? Anyway, so this week I've been working across my clients. I've been working on onboarding a new account manager for an internal hire and role. Been defining some clear roles and responsibilities for another new sales role focused on the lower tier client base for a client. So not their top clients and not really their middle clients, but their lower tier clients. But with the view and the vision is to bring these lower spending clients up the food chain and with some cross-sell, upsell, and making them aware of what else this client can particularly bring to the table there. And finally, completing a restructure of a sales team, which will clearly have defined inbound, outbound, and customer success roles. So, that's been sort of some samples for this week, and I'll dive into those a bit more shortly after I tell you about my week of exercise, which has gone. Yeah, it's gone pretty well this week. I've certainly continued to manage my 25 sit-ups each day. In fact, some days I've been putting out 2 sets of 25 sit-ups, getting stronger, shall we say. I've also been completing my planking for 60 seconds each day. Certainly find that much better, or for all intents and purposes, than trying to do 20 sit-ups and just sort of struggles with my neck and shoulders a bit. Also did manage a couple of bike rides, only probably 25k, so about half as I really should be doing each week. But I did walk something like 30 odd k's of exercise this week. That's outside of the steps you do here and there, but the 30k, so it's like 5 walks of about 6k each, which is good. So anyway, back to some of the sales engagements that I've completed during this past week. So touched on them before, but the first one was a new sales exec. So one of my clients has been searching for a candidate for some months to fill a newly created account management role. And it's focused on their important clients in one of their regions that they operate on in New Zealand. The recruitment, it did take longer than anticipated, and to be fair, that's okay. You don't want to just hire because you're hungry, or go food shopping when you're hungry, as a colleague once said to me. But you want to hire once and get it right, and hire right. So I think the highlight with this is we ended up with an internal applicant. Not initially. She came to us a bit later on, and while we were still looking for that right person, and she's got the role, which is really good. She's got a great attitude, excellent mindset, very smart and competent, and is already proven in the business. She's been in the business for a number of years, and so we know what we're going to get. She comes from product management and technology development there, and she certainly has dealt with some of the clients, so she's not an internal introvert. She certainly had some exposure, and I think she'll bring some new ways of working to the team. And she's amongst a team of 8 other salespeople, so I think they're up for a challenge, actually, just quietly. So she's currently writing account plans for each of her clients and making the initial appointments to introduce herself. She reminds me a bit of the younger Steve, the younger me, really. Keen, ambitious, eager to please, running fast, and hopefully not too fast. So that's that point. Second point is a new outbound sales role has been recruited for another client, and with that the focus is with this inbound sales role is to focus on the smaller clients across a wider network, so across the business as opposed to in a region. And most of these smaller clients, there's a large number, and they just simply have not had the structured engagement from an account management perspective because they don't invest as much as the large ones. But you might be thinking, as I'm saying that, maybe if they did have some attention, they'd invest more and they wouldn't be seen as a small client, because you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, we'll see where this goes, but I'm expecting a 25% growth out of this client base of small, unloved, unmanaged accounts. And yeah, see what they can bring to the table. They'll only know some of our services and some of the products. They won't know everything. So there's a good lot of opportunity with education there. And by and large, this inbound sales role will be digitally managing these clients. There won't be face-to-faces, although in the region that she works in, she may well meet face-to-face with some of them, but it's just not possible with the sheer number. So we'll also be able to measure not only on the 25% uplift, which I'm predicting, but also in terms of sales, but also run a client survey, and we'll get results from a survey in terms of how that engagement's going. The third and final point across my week this week was restructure. I've touched on that before. It's restructured one of my clients in terms of how their ways of working are actually throughout their business, but I was sitting over the sales area, and we completed the process. Took on the feedback and made a number of adjustments actually based on that feedback. So I'd always encourage people to provide feedback when they are going through a restructure, whether they're impacted or not. Give feedback to the business, because it's only a view of a few people in some cases that think this is the way it should go, and they don't necessarily know everything or have all the information to hand. So what we've landed on here is a clear inbound and outbound sales team structure. The outbound roles are important, as are the introduction of customer success roles and business development roles. Prior, there was only pretty much just inbound sales and traffic, and partnership roles, which resulted in referrals from partners. So we're actually going to have quite a strong motion of outbound activity from humans, which will be good. And we're going to use account-based marketing, so ABM. Some of you may have heard of ABM, account-based marketing. So we're going to focus on certain industries and sizes and things like that, not just sort of a spray and pray approach to hitting the phones and things like that. So we all have very clear roles moving forward and the responsibilities, which will help. Ambitious sales targets, but they're well supported by the wider GTM roles and functions, which are also now in place too. So, looking forward to keeping you updated on that. Watch this space. So, anyway, I'll be back next week with a few more stories from my week in the life of a fractional sales leader. In the meantime, as